Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are here today. We have a big Mercury-Mars conjunction going on, and honestly, you guys, the energy the rest of this week starting today is all about helping us to take back our power. That is what all of the energetics going on today, tomorrow, and through the weekend, which will culminate in this big full moon in Leo and Aquarius, the second this month, a blue moon, and it's really putting us all in a position to actively be taking back our power. That is what we are doing today, that is what we are doing tomorrow, and that is what we are doing for the rest of the week. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Today is Wednesday, August 18th, 2021. My name is Aubrey, and this is your astrological outlook of the day. So we know right off the bat, the big energy that we're dealing with, you guys, today is this Mercury-Mars conjunction. We've been dealing with it all week. It's been building. It reaches its climax today, and they will come to a conjunction at 13 degrees of Virgo, and we're getting actually a lot of information from the Sabian symbols in terms of what this energetic is really working to do. First off, I should say I made a video last weekend talking all about the Mercury-Mars conjunction, generally what that aspect means and has a tendency to do, and how it might be playing out for you in your life based on your personal sign placement. So I definitely urge all of you guys to check that out, just so that you can have some clarity around what might be surfacing for you and how to manage and maneuver any type of verbal conflict or contention that might be coming up. And so that will be linked in the description box below. But let's talk about the energetics today. And to be honest, it's not just the fact that Mercury and Mars are conjoining, even though that's a big energetic, but it's almost in an exact square to Uranus as well, who will be turning retrograde tomorrow. So at the bottom line of things, you guys, this is definitely working to bring us back into what is in true and authentic alignment with the nature of our genuine existence, okay? This transit this week, this Mercury-Mars, followed by Uranus going retrograde, leading us into this full moon this weekend, really trying to put us in a position to stand our ground, to speak our mind, to step into our truth, and to take back our power. This is happening on an individual level, extrapolating to the collective, and we are in a very critical week in our transition into the age of Aquarius. This is a week where, first of all, Uranus is like running the show. Uranus rules Aquarius, where the second full moon will be. Uranus is going retrograde. This Mercury-Mars is in a square to Uranus. Uranus is the planet of great awakening. He's the great rectifier. Uranus puts things right. Uranus takes a situation that's out of alignment, throws it up in the air, makes it all crazy and uncomfortable so that it can land perfectly and better and in a much stronger and better alignment to help us really right things moving forward. So we're in a week of adjustments, you guys, and they may not be comfortable adjustments, but a lot of people are going to be standing up for themselves, a lot of people are going to be speaking their minds, and a lot of people are going to be taking back their power and breaking out of any type of situations that have hindered or limited their personal freedom in really any type of a way. So very significant energetics going on this week, and we should not be taking these lightly. There are possibilities with this as well for big impulsive changes to be happening, and as opposed to a lot of the other advice I give when it comes to Uranus and following impulses, this is actually a week where those impulses are supported. So following the intuition, you guys, following the gut, following the internal urges, if you feel like you need to do something, if you feel like you need to say something, if you feel like you need to stand your ground, this is the week to do it. However, we need to be careful that we are not being overly frivolous or nitpicky or fighting for the sake of fighting when there's not a very real, necessary, valuable thing that we are fighting for. If we are not fighting for our truth and our authenticity and our integrity with this, then this is probably not the time that you want to be engaging in any type of these battles or conflicts or anything like that, because this energy is all about righting things that have been out of place or out of alignment or wrong in some type of a way. And if you are not fighting for realignment that is better and higher and truer and more authentic, then you're fighting yourself, and it could possibly have some destructive consequences. So you really want to watch out with that. Let's talk about the specifics for today. So we know that we are having this Mercury-Mars conjunction. And like I said, it is happening at 13 degrees of Virgo. And I need to start right off the bat and tell you guys what the Sabian symbol for this is, because it's extremely telling. It's saying a lot in terms of what we are witnessing unfolding on the world stage right now, and also what we might be experiencing individually in our own lives. And remember, this is in square to Uranus. This is at 13. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not in square to Uranus. It's in a trine to Uranus. I said square several times, and forgive me because I meant a trine. There's been so many squares to Uranus. I just misspoke and said square to Uranus, but it's a trine to Uranus. And a trine is an aspect of assistance. It's an aspect that facilitates things and just like makes things happen. And so with this trine to Uranus going on alongside this Mercury-Mars today, whatever comes up with this is happening to facilitate a writing somehow, all right? So let me talk about the Sabian, and then we'll get into this whole just conglomeration of energies that we have going on basically in support of it today. So for those of you who don't know or who are new to my channel, part of the work I do centers around the Sabian symbols. And what those are is a group of energetic depictions that represent and describe each and every one of the 360 degrees of the zodiac. And whenever a planet is at one of those degrees, discharging one of those symbols, we can look to it, we can read it to understand really what the underlying purpose of that aspect is in this unfolding drama, this unfolding astrological saga, the unfolding of the cosmic blueprint, and why things are happening, how they're happening. Basically, it gives more information. So I always read the Sabian symbols alongside the aspects just to gain more clarity. And we have today this conjunction of Mars and Mercury happening, like I said, at 13 degrees of Virgo. And y'all, this Sabian symbol, listen to this, 13 Virgo, a powerful statesman overcoming a state of political hysteria. So this is very relevant and can be very much so applied to what we've been seeing happening on the world stage. I believe that there will be a very powerful person or a very powerful influence that either emerges right now or re-emerges right now to sort of take control of things and help put things back to right in some type of a way. And it may happen in a way that is quite shocking or surprising, but it will definitely be comprised of a very forceful and passionate message or information or communication. Someone coming into power or coming back into power, delivering a very motivating, inspiring, powerful, and contentious message. And this process is going to be writing things in some way. Again, it may be quite shocking or quite unexpected. Now, for those of you watching on Instagram or Facebook, I'm going to have to cut the video off right now. If you want to continue watching this video, please come over to my YouTube channel, Aubrey Stars on YouTube, and you can finish getting all of this great information today. Thank you guys for watching. See you later. So, the universe is telling us that a powerful statesman is overcoming states of political hysteria through this Mars-Mercury activation today. Mercury is the messenger. It rules information, communication, dialogue, things going back and forth, the news, the media, social media, people's thought processes and understandings and ideas with Mars. Mars's passion, Mars's energy, Mars's fire, Mars's battle, Mars's war, Mars's aggression, but Mars's motivation and inspiration. So this is playing out in multiple octaves, in multiple ways, but generally it's coming down to this very alive, inspired, fiery mind, thoughts, information, communication, speech, all of these things happening in a very fiery, motivated, potentially aggressive, potentially contentious way. And at this degree, a powerful statesman overcomes a state of political hysteria. With this, we are seeing the truth, and we are breaking through illusion, and we are stepping into power. And this is all of us. We are all the powerful statesmen in this. And it's also on a macrocosm. I think that we, like I said, will be seeing someone step into power and deliver a powerful message with this as well. But this aspect and whatever comes of it, whatever we need to stand up to, or to stand down, or to put in its place, or to speak power to today, to speak our mind about, is happening so that things can be corrected in some type of a way. That trine to Uranus is saying a lot, and the degree where Uranus is right now is a man with a rakish silk hat, muffled against the cold, braves a storm. So we're through this process probably going to have to be weathering some uncomfortable conditions, but we are prepared by this point. We are ready, and we have what we need to muffle against it. And with the conjunction at this degree, it's really just talking about these battles, these fights, this energy, this motivation, this passion that we have to speak our mind, to stand in our power, to stand in our truth. It really is all about aligning us with our truth. It's like, if anything is limiting us, if anything is holding us back, if anything is keeping us from being able to be and say and feel and think and move the way that we feel is right and true and authentic to us, we are really potentially going to be swinging verbal swords today and standing down anything that is creating that hysteria or that confusion, or preventing us from moving forward in this direction of ultimate liberation and ultimate freedom. Because remember, this is not an isolated aspect. This is a progression that is unfolding through the rest of the week, that is ultimately speaking about this full moon in Aquarius. And what does Aquarius represent? I mean, freedom, liberty, liberation. Aquarius is the rebel. It's all about being able to be in your authentic truth and rebelling against anything that is prohibiting you from doing that. And with Mercury and Mars in this square in Virgo, and remember, Mercury is at home in Virgo. Mercury is very strong and very powerful and very clear and very detail oriented and very focused in thoughts and expressions and ideas, very solid and very clear in the sign of Virgo. So Mercury, our mind is clear about this, and we're speaking it and we're saying it and we're knowing it. And it really has to do with anything that is keeping us from being able to be liberated, to be free, and to feel like we can truly and authentically be ourselves, because that is the direction that we need to go going forward. And I really it's amazing to me. I cannot emphasize or overemphasize this Uranus connection. I mean, with the trine today and going retrograde tomorrow, and with the full moon, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. So this theme is carrying through this entire week, and it really is all about humanity on an individual level, which then extrapolates into the collective, coming back into power with a clear and decisive mind, and being ready to cut loose anything that is still standing in the way of achieving that purpose. And people are going to be angry, and they're going to be fired up, and they're going to be motivated to basically clear the decks and to bring back some type of balance, some type of justice, some type of peace and harmony as well, with Venus in Libra right now for this. So big aspect today, you guys. Also, we have there's a couple other things going on alongside of this that I feel are also significant. Number one, we have the sun today for this aspect, y'all, in an exact trine to the galactic center. The galactic center is at 27 degrees of Sagittarius. The sun today is at 27 degrees of Leo. The galactic center, this is the place in the galaxy where, like, the cosmic blueprint emanates from, where all the galactic and divine and source code wisdom stems and originates from. And so with the sun in this trine, which is again that aspect of assistance that facilitates things and just makes things happen, with the galactic center today, while we have the Mercury and Mars conjunction in the trine to Uranus, what's going on this week leading us to this full moon is inspired by spirit. We have galactic assistance with this. And so we absolutely do not need to be in fear of anything. This is galactically inspired, and there are forces outside of our control. There are forces way beyond our reach and grip and grasp and understanding at this point as humanity that are actively playing a role in these energetics this week. And we really don't need to worry because everything is under control. And the cosmos are really inspiring, facilitating, and assisting the progressions of the energetics and the circumstances that occur this week. So no fear, only faith, because this, you guys, is something that is divinely inspired. The degree of the sun at 27 Sag, or at 27 Leo today in a trine to the galactic center, daybreak, the luminescence of dawn on the eastern sky, again talking about the sky, the galactic source code energy coming through the heavenly realms, and daybreak, light coming, the luminescence of dawn, a new day, a new world, a new life, a new reality, a new age. The age of Aquarius is coming through with this. We are receiving galactic assistance in this process, so we need to move through this energy, and we need to be courageous, Mars, brave, strong, and really speak our mind. But again, this is not about our egos. This is not about nitpicking. This is not about being frivolous. This is not about sweating the small stuff. This is about rectifying what is wrong at a base fundamental level, deep inside the earth. The degree of the south node right now, deep inside the earth, new minerals, new elements are being formed. This is about what we really truly have inside of us. It's about the ideals that we are growing into right now. It's about reassessing and reevaluating our ideas of what's significant and important to us on a true, deep, internal, moral, philosophical level, aligned with our integrity. And we are moving in that direction, you guys. The things that are happening, that are going to be happening this week, are a part of the process of bringing us back to life, really. And it makes sense in the context of this Leo new moon cycle that we're in, that has been working really hard to do that for us this cycle as well. So we've got all of that. Another thing that we have going on today, we have Saturn retrograding back to 9 degrees of Aquarius in the midst of these energetics, again bringing up Uranus. Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn is actually the traditional ruler of Aquarius, but Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius. So we're talking about Uranus again with Saturn being in Aquarius's sign. 9 degrees of Aquarius. This is beautiful. This is brilliant. This is again speaking to the what is actually happening with these energetics this week, you guys. 9 degrees of Aquarius, the Sabian symbol. A flag is seen turning into an eagle. Now, a lot of times we view flags as symbolic representations of our freedom, of our liberty, and of standing for those things. But in this case, the flag, that freedom, that symbol of freedom and liberty, is actually turning and metamorphosizing into an eagle, which is like above and beyond, even a greater symbol of freedom and liberty, because this can actually fly, and it really truly represents like the ultimate in liberation, the ultimate in freedom, even on a higher level than what the flag itself represents. And this is Saturn. that we're talking about. And so what we're building, and Saturn is retrograde, what we're rebuilding, what we're restructuring, what we're reevaluating right now, you guys, is actually going to take us to an even greater level of freedom and liberty than we've even understood or imagined or been able to comprehend up until this point. And that is because it is going to be aligned with what is genuinely true and authentic and right for us. And there is nothing more freeing than really being able to be and express and live from the truth of your heart and not have to worry about molding yourself into a box or an ideal that anyone or anything has set up for you so that you can have the safety and the security and the stability that you need to live your life. We're transitioning out of these ways, you guys, and we're transitioning into a way that is very self-directed, that we are creating our own opportunities. We are creating our own path. We are creating, and this is through taking back our power. For so long, through this whole age of Pisces, we really, as a species, have been taught for generations to surrender our power and to give it away to the people that we are taught can support us and can provide that stability and that comfort and that just security through, financial means or through relationships or whatever. It's not that way anymore. And the things that we're still attached to from that old world, from that old mindset, from that old paradigm, this is a big week where they're falling out, where they're not working anymore. And the worst thing that we can do in this energy is resist the changes, no matter how uncomfortable they feel, no matter how scary they are. We have to be open and receptive to the path that universe is trying to take us down now. And with Saturn retrograding back to 9 degrees, this is actually tightening the gap further between the North Node, the path forward, the direction of the future, fate, destiny, and what we're building with this enhanced liberty that is going to come from it. So the North Node is brought into this today as well. And we are really, all of this energy this week is really trying to align us with a much better path forward. Now we have something else going on today, and this is a big energy as well. It will become exact tomorrow when Uranus goes retrograde, but we have the sun in an opposition with Jupiter, only 1 degree off. Jupiter is at 28 degrees of Aquarius right now. The sun is at 27 degrees of Aquarius, of Leo, for this Mercury-Mars conjunction today. This is really trying to expand our life force. This is really trying to show us what we really need, what belief systems we need to change. And really Jupiter's retrograde, really trying to give us the confidence in ourselves, the faith in ourselves, and the belief in ourselves to put ourselves back in a situation that allows us to grow and express our light. We're being very inspired by this to realign with what we need to grow and thrive. And that also is pushing us to step into our power, to speak our mind, to stand our ground about something, and to break free from any illusion or any limiting situation that is keeping us out of that true, authentic ability to create from our personal, authentic, creative self-expression. All of this today, you guys, and the moon is in Capricorn as well, and Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is moving backwards to the degree of a flag, is seen turning into an eagle. So this is really trying to free us and liberate us emotionally as well, you guys, on a level that we haven't perceived before. Like, that's what this symbol sort of means to me. It's like, we think of the flag as the ultimate symbol of freedom and liberation, and when that symbol turns and metamorphosizes and alchemizes into a literal embodiment of the ultimate freedom and liberation and ability to just soar and fly, it's taking us so much further. And I also find this interesting today for this aspect because if you remember, when we had the first full moon in Aquarius that happened, it happened in the constellation of the Eagle, and it happened right next to the fixed star that represents the eagle. And it was all about helping us come into this liberation, come into this freedom, and soar. And now we have Saturn moving to this degree for all, just in time for all of these energetics playing out this week, and the big full moon that we have again in Aquarius this weekend. So I can't really I don't even know how to explain the energy today in a way that makes it sound as significant as I see it and I feel it, but it is really, I mean, this is such a Uranian week with Uranus in a trine to this conjunction today, going retrograde tomorrow, you guys. Big shifts and changes are coming. Whatever comes today with these Mercury and Mars eruptions, or, you know, and this also could just be an eruption of inspiration or creative energy or mental energy to put towards working on something that is going to free you or that is going to liberate you in some type of a way. But, you know, it's this energy is pushing us back into our power and breaking us free. And it's going to be real. It's going to be a big week of changes. And we are already seeing, I mean, we've already been watching how things have gone with this energetic unfolding this week on the world stage and the things that have been transpiring collectively for us all to see. And I really think that we're just going to be seeing even more craziness going into the weekend. And like I said, there might be some very powerful figure that emerges to sort of right the situation with a very powerful and assertive and forceful message of probably truth, honestly. And it might actually inspire all of us to have more confidence, more belief, and more trust and faith in ourselves and in the universe as well, with this sun opposing Jupiter today. Overall, though, you guys, like, and this is just the beginning, I really urge you guys to keep up with the energetics this week because it's a big one. And what happens this week, I feel like it's going to be some type of a turning point, okay? I feel like after this week, when we move into next week, I feel like things are going to be probably significantly different for a lot of us in a lot of ways. And I feel like we're going to be letting big changes, just big changes. And like I said, this actually, contrary to my normal advice, this is the week for following impulses. If you feel, you know, a gut instinct or an impulsive urge to do or say or go or move or transition or leave or whatever, you're being directed by the universe to do that this week. But again, make sure it's not the small stuff. It has to be in relation to your integrity, your authenticity, your values, what is crucial for you in order to be able to come back to life. We are all being brought back to life. We are all being forced to step back into our power because that is where we need to be in order to progress in a way that is going to be most conducive to all of our well-being going forward. We are co-creating with the universe right now, guys, and we can't do that if we are living a lie, or if we're lying to ourselves, or if we are living somebody else's version of us. We're just, if we are not doing what we were born to do, it's just not going to work out at this point. So you might be figuring it out this week. If you don't already know what you're here to do, what your purpose is, what you were born for, you're going to be figuring it out this week, most likely, when Uranus turns retrograde and really on that internal level tries to start bringing things back into alignment. But at the end of the day, whatever you love, whatever you're interested in, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you gravitate towards, you feel that way because that is connected to your soul and that is a part of your purpose. That is what you're here to do. And I also want to tell you guys, we are moving, this is all moving us into the age of Aquarius. In the age of Aquarius, information is power. Information is the new currency. You will find the most success and fulfillment in creating something of your own if you are supplying information in any type of a way. Anything that you can teach other people, you will financially be able to benefit yourself doing this, moving into the age of Aquarius. Information is the new currency. This is the age of information. This is the age of self-empowerment, the age of self-knowledge, the age of self-mastery. And people everywhere are going to just organically start gravitating to anyone that they can gain information or learn from that can help them move forward in the direction of aligning with their purpose and beginning to act that purpose and create with that purpose. And all of the energetics this week are moving us in that direction, you guys, especially again with the Mars and the Mercury. This is all about powerful information. And with the Trine to Uranus, Uranus is really, really trying to help us. This is not a square. This is not an opposition. This is not problems resulting from following the impulses, from spontaneous action. This is solutions coming through those spontaneous actions and through the impulses and the gut instincts and just the sudden flash of insight and acting on it this week. Again, though, I have to say one more time, only if it is truly and authentically in alignment with what is very, very important to you. Do not be fighting for the sake of fighting. Do not make it about your ego. Do not make it about your little frivolous wants and needs. Know that that has nothing to do with this. If it is not truly in alignment with who and what you are and what you are meant to be, then it's not worth, that is not the sword that you need to pick up this week. The sword that you need to pick up this week is the sword that slices through any ropes. It's like the Eight of Swords in the tarot. Like anything that is binding you from being able to see your true purpose, your true function, your true gifts and abilities, and what you can really do with those. That is what we are moving away from. That is what we are cutting through. That is what we are blowing up. And I'm real excited, you guys, about the energy this week, if you couldn't tell. It's big. It's crazy. Expect the unexpected for sure. Big changes coming, but this is moving us in the right direction, and we're finding out a lot. Flashes of insight, great awakening. This is a great awakening week, you guys, and we have the mental energy and the motivation and the ability to speak action into power this week. We are taking back our power. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to provide something that can help you with these energetics. Be excited and do not be in fear. We are on a new adventure. We are like the pioneers right now. We are stepping out and we are taking back our power and we are recreating reality. So be excited, you guys. It's really a wonderful thing, despite the negative portrayals that may be being projected to us. Do not attach to those. We are creating our own reality with this, and what we focus on grows, and we need to focus on what is the true and authentic nature of our heart and soul and how we are going to use that to create our reality going forward. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends if you think they would be interested. Leave me comments, y'all. I love your comments. I should have said in the beginning, but I forgot. I'm starting new content. I want to answer any questions that you guys have about astrology. Any questions at all that come to your mind, drop them in the comments of any of my videos, and I'm going to make a video every once in a while addressing and answering all of you guys' specific questions. So go ahead and do that. I also have a Facebook group and a Facebook page. If you're interested, you can go on over there as well. But tune in tomorrow, you guys. We got another big day tomorrow. So come back with me and we'll talk all about it, and I will see you then. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a beautiful day. See you.